Toți frăților. Salutare, fraților!
Salutare!
Bine v-am regăsit la un nou vlog. Vă suntem într-un loc care este cu totul și cu totul special de aici din Turcia și anume se numește Templul lui Artemis. Mai exact, zeiței lui Artemis sau ceva de genul, nu știm nici noi așa sigur. Este una dintre cele 7 minuni ale lumii, da, exact. Și o să fie ceva peste limită, nu știu. Apropo, dacă vreți să faceți un om fericit, apăsați butonul de subscribe. Este gratis. Fiecare abonat mă face foarte fericit. Mulțumesc mult. Doamne ajută.
This is what I was left from the temple here. We have these pieces from the foundation and a column over there, right over there you see, and there's a bird nest on top of it. You see, that's a stork nest again. So it was, as I told you, as big as half of a soccer field, let's say. 60 meters to 120 meters, and you see there are some small columns, short columns right over there. The temple was facing towards east, this way. This way is east, okay, because sun was rising from there, that's why they needed east. And these short columns over there is the place where the altar was located. Altar is the place where they were sacrificing their animals in the name of the god and donating the money over there, okay? And the temple, the last version of the temple, at least was looking, I will show to everyone, more or less like this, okay? More or less. Inside the temple, there was this cult statue of Artemis, and right above the statue, the rooftop was open, okay? And for 2 times in a year, during the springs, there was this day, the sunshine was just coming onto the statue, the cult statue inside the temple, and the sunshine coming towards it, and it was shining. The people would gather in front of the temple, and they could believe that the deity, the Artemis, came onto surface and became visible to us, okay? That's an event called Epiphany, actually. God's visibility to the people. For 2 times a year, this happens. And after losing the harbor, the temple, as I told you, they started using all these pieces to build something else. For instance, that castle over there. You see the castle at the top. This castle, I told you that when they abandoned the city, Ephesus, they relocated the city from there to here. Okay, they built the castle in the 6th century AD when they got so sick of these Arab raidings. They just had to build this castle over there in a much more defensive way. They built it on top of a hill. And they used the materials mostly from Temple of Artemis and from old Ephesus, okay? And right below it, you see there is a tower over there next to silver rooftop. That's the 700 years old mosque. I told you that with the full day commerce we're gonna visit a mosque. That's the mosque. When the Turks came here in around like 1300s, they wanted to build a mosque for themselves, and the nearest material source again was Temple of Artemis and the Ephesus ancient city. So they took piece from here and they built the mosque over there. And that's actually the only mosque in the world maybe that they used pagan materials to build it. And there are like 4 or 5 different civilizations materials used in the construction of this mosque, okay? And next to it, you see there are some columns in the far right and a city wall-like structure. You see the far right. There are 4 columns standing over there. So this is the burial site of Saint John, okay, the apostle Saint John. So it is believed that Saint John, during the crucifixion of Christ, there was a crowd watching the crucifixion, and amongst them, there are only Virgin Mary and Saint John, the beloved apostle of Jesus Christ. So Jesus sees them and tells them, behold, this is your son now, this is your mother now. From now on, you belong to each other, right? And then he gets crucified. And according to the Bible, this story, we know it. And at one point in the history, he came here, Saint John. We believe that he came here around like 33, 34 AD. And when he came here, he started preaching in the Grand Theater of Ephesus, okay, to spread the Christianity in here. But some say that he might have come here with Virgin Mary. Some say that not, okay? It's up to your belief actually. And at one point, this Saint John was exiled from here to Patmos Island, which is in Aegean Sea, okay? There's a Greek island called Patmos. So he was exiled from here to there, and he sees the Jesus in his dreams over there, writes the 7 letters to the seven churches of Christianity. He writes the gospel. And over there in this Patmos Island, there's one other actually house of Virgin Mary. They also claim that this is the real house. Okay, so there are two houses of Virgin Mary right now in the world. One is here, other one is there. But since Saint John went there, maybe she went there with him if she came here, right? But the next emperor pardons him, Saint John, and he comes back from his exile, and it is believed that he dies right over there. Okay, so maybe if Virgin Mary went there with him, maybe she came back again with him, right? So we don't know. Maybe she died somewhere else. So we don't have any proof or evidences of Virgin Mary's presence in here. So in here, guys, 5 minutes of photograph break. Right now it's 38, let's say 38:53. At 53, I'll be waiting for you in the bus.
Da, bă, fraților. Deci, ați auzit și voi ce a zis băiatul acesta și este ceva, m-am zis, este ceva unic în lume. Aici în Turcia, bine în lume mai exact. Și acolo undeva, nu știu de aici așa bine, este la Sfântul John, chiar peste limite, frate.
Alexander. Where from? Oh, how are you?
România.
Hagi, football. Alexander Roman Constantin, Efes. Old coin, good price.
Uitați, fraților, aici. Monede ăștia foarte vechi.
Souvenir.
How much you want?
Turkish money, 300 lira.
No, I'm okay. No, thank you.
How much you pay?
No, I'm alright. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
200.
No, I'm okay. Thank you. Da, fraților, am încercat să-mi vândă niște monede care că sunt vechi, dar habar n-am. Probabil cumva să arate că sunt vechi. Prima oară a zis că sunt 300 de Turkish pounds, cum se numește, și după aceea a spus că 200. Ca să vedeți ca idee așa. Dacă vrea să aibă valoare mare, mă gândesc că poate ține la preț, nu? Ia uitați aici, fraților. Ia uitați aici. Deci cum facem așa. Nu v-am jurat toată chestia asta, că dacă toți suntem aici, e păcat și nu facem treaba asta, fraților. E ceva unic, v-am zis. Și aici uitați cât de înaltă treaba asta. E tare rău dacă mă știu că vine, frate, ești nebun. Este unul dintre cele 7 minuni ale lumii. Țineți cont ce înseamnă treaba asta, cât de importantă poate să fie treaba asta cu adevărat. Dacă stați și vă gândiți, nu vedeți, nu știu ce chestie, dar că practic vedem decât niște pietre. Mamă, ce tare aici, vede, uitați și voi piatra asta, fraților. Și aici apare o cruce, fraților. Bă, și aici puiul. Pe chestia asta e desenat o cruce, ai văzut? Vine cu ea să vezi, da. Tare. Tare, da. M-am gândit și eu chestia asta mai de aproape, să vedem mai bine. Mii de ani. Gata, fraților, și cu acest video. Dacă și-au plăcut, nu uitați să vă dați și voi acolo butonul de like și subscribe. Cu voi a fost Gabriel și
Alina.
ne vedem la următorul video. Pa!
Pa!
Haideți cu noi în continuare, că o să mai fie foarte multe chestii de uitat pe aici și să fie chiar tare, la mult ce mai serios.